Hi friends, this is soft freezing. You are welcome. In this lesson, we will be looking at actually foundation design. Okay, as you can see, what I'm having here, this is a Raft on beam foundations, and it has a protections against a overturning. Okay, and so this is what we will be looking at basically on how to apply this cantilever slab, okay, so as to stand against overturning. Okay, all right, so we will be looking at this. So we will have to navigate to the main structure we are going to use for this lesson. Okay, so I will go to file, and then I will select this 6-story building. Okay, click on OK. All right, so we will be having something of this kind. Okay, so you can see our lift wall here. Okay, all right, so the first thing we are going to do, okay, we are going to run analysis of this structure. Mind you, this is a commercial structures of 6-story buildings. Okay, so what we need to do, we'll go to analysis tab, and then click on the building analysis. Okay, all the materials has been set successfully. Okay, so there will be no need of setting materials again. All right, so I will click on closed. Okay, the parameter has also been set, so what I will just need to do, the loadings are also in place. Okay, so what I need to do, I will go to analysis. Okay, all right, so I now will click on this and this. It should design beam and columns. Okay, and so after which I will start analysis immediately. So the building analysis is completed successfully. Okay, so I will click on OK, and then I will close this. Okay, and after which I will have to check the beam if they have actually designed. Okay, I click here, and then I right click and click on this. Okay, it is be noticed that some of the beams are failing, but that is not an issue. Okay, if you can do your interactive design, okay, and then be able to make them, maybe you increase the stage, okay, to make them pass. Okay, just the same thing here. All right, do the same thing to the rest of it. Okay, so I close this. Okay, so our concern is the foundation. Okay, and we are going to run a Raft on beam foundations. Okay, and this foundation is going to carry a cantilever slab so as to protect against overturning. Okay, we are going to guide basically against overturning of these structures. Okay, so what we need to do now is we are going to the foundation now. Okay, we click on this to zero, right click, and then we select story 0, and then we navigate to the plan view of the story 0, which is this. Okay, so the next thing we are going to look at the foundation beam. You click on the foundation beam. Okay, so we are going to use the depth of our foundations to be 2 meters. Okay, all right, so our beam is going to be 250. Okay, this 250 is the section of the beam. Then the depth of the beam is going to be 2 meters. Okay, so just like this. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is you click on this first point. Okay, check the second point, just like this. Okay, so we have to fix the beams from one column to another. Alright, so I've successfully fixed the ground beam. Okay, so I want to navigate to the 3D. Okay, and so to see how it looks. Okay, alright, so it's going to look just like this. Okay, it's going to look like this. Alright, so mind you, the height of this beam is 2 meters. Okay, while the width is 250 mm. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do, we are going to be inserting our slab. Okay, our foundation slab. So we are going to navigate to the plan view again. Okay, so after which we will be looking at our slab. Okay, click on this slab. Okay, and mind you, we are going to use the thickness of our slab. We are going to take it as a 450 thickness. Okay, 450 mm. Okay, alright, just like this. Then the cover is going to be 40. Okay, 40 mm, because it is a foundation slab. Okay, so we are going to check the load. Alright, so you can see our imposed load is 3.0 meter. Okay, the dead load is 2.3. Okay, so we are going to go by this. Alright, for the next thing we are going to look at is the reference level. Okay, the reference level, you are going to have it to be 1550. Okay, alright, so it is 1550. So how do we get this 1550? You have to subtract the you have to subtract the you have to subtract the beam. Okay, you know the ground beam is 2 meter, so you subtract 2 meter from 450 being the thickness of the slab. Okay, this, so when you subtract it, you will be having a 1550. Okay, so once you got that, all right, as your reference level, you now begin to insert your slabs. Okay, so I will start from this point. Okay, I will click on this point to insert my slabs. Okay, just like this. Alright, after I must have finished inserting my slab. Okay, right, let me navigate to the 3D. Okay, to see what we have done so far. Okay, if you navigate to the 3D, you will have something of this kind. Alright, So the purpose of the subtractions is for you to be able to have the slab at the brim of the foundation beam. Okay, just the way you are seeing. Okay, so the next thing we have to do now is we are going to draw our strips. Okay, we are going to draw our foundation slab strips. Okay, our Raft foundation strips. Okay, so we will have to navigate to the plan view again. All right, so at this point we are going to be looking at what you are seeing here is this section of what is happening here. Okay, I've already drew a sections. Okay, that is why you are seeing it here. Okay, so this one is this one is the ground beam. Okay, so this one is the slab. Okay, this one here is the slab. Okay, so the next thing we will have to draw strips. Okay, I will click on strips. Okay, and so once I click on strips, I will this type of strips, I will select a finite FE strips. Okay, which is the finite element strips. Okay, and then I will go to the finite element tab. Okay, and then I will make this tab prompting. Okay, I will prompt this tab. Okay, so after which I will come back to this point, and then I will be able to know my directions, whether it is the X direction or it is the Y directions, but I will start to draw my strips from the X directions. Okay, so I will make these X directions prompting just like this. Okay, and then I will click on this point. If I click on this point, and then I will hold my control key. All right, and then click on this point. All right, so I'll be able to draw a strip here. I will do the same thing here. Okay, click on this point, I've drawn the strips. I will do the same thing here. Okay, this strip is being drawn panel by panel. Okay, it's been drawn panel by panel. Okay, so all right, that is it in the direction X. Okay, so I will do the same thing in the vertical direction, which is the direction Y. Okay, so I will prompt it. Okay, before I start instructions. Okay, so do it to hold your control key so you can have a straight line. Okay, just like this. Okay, after which you do it in this panel. All right, so we are through with our strips. Okay, so I will have to close this now. Okay, all right, so the next thing we are going to do, we will be having a cantilever slab here. All right, you can see that the column is actually going out of the beam, so you'll be having a cantilever slab so as to protect the structure against overturning. And so we are going to have the cantilever slab at a distance 1.5 meter. Okay, at a distance 1.5 meter. Okay, so what we need to do is we have to save the project first. Okay, so I will click on save to save the project. All right, so after saving the project, we will go and activate this slab again. All right. All right. So at the toe of the foundation, we are going to place the foundation. We are going to place the cantilever slab at the toe of this foundation. Okay. So what we need to do, the settings that is required here is you will have to the depth of the foundation we will be using 350. Okay. And so the concrete cover here we will be using 50. Okay. The 50 our concrete cover. Then the type of slab we are going to use, you click here and then you come to this point and then you select this one. Okay. So and then after which once you select that, this place you see L count. Okay. L count. Okay. You are going to put 1500 or 1500. Okay. So after which you navigate to the loads. Okay. So this place you are seeing parapet loads, you are going to put 10 kilonewton per meter square. Okay. So you are going to put it just like this. Okay. So the reference level here is going to be 0 because you are placing this at the foot of the foundations just to guide against overturning. Okay. So after which the next thing you have to do is to start inserting it. How do you do it? You click at this very point here, click here. Okay. And then you click here, you move your hand towards the outside. Okay. If you move your hand towards the inside, there will be a kind of collisions and then it will not be inserted. Okay. So you move your hand outside just like this and then you click. Okay. So you do the same thing. Okay. Yeah. All right. Just have to do it column to columns. Okay. Just like this. This one you are doing is to guide against overturning. Okay. It's going to protect the structure from overturning. Okay. Just like this. Okay, the set is overlapping. All right. Click on OK. Then you move it from here to this point. Just like this. Okay. All right. So this is what you are going to have. Okay. You are going to have something of this kind. All right. So after which we will have to navigate to the 3D to see the way it looks. Okay. So you will navigate to the 3D and you will have something like this. Okay. So this is it. All right. So these are the loads. This one you are seeing are the loads. Okay. And so after which we want to run the analysis and design of this ground beam as well as the slabs. Okay. And also this cantilever slab. Okay. So everything will have to be analyzed. You are using this to guide against overturning. Okay. So what you need to do is we will have to navigate to the story, to the plan view. Okay, all right. So if you check this section, you can see this section how it's going to look. So you are having a kind of a cantilever slab here at the foot, okay, so as to guard against overturning. Okay, so before that we have to save the project again. Click on save. Alright, so after saving the project, you can see the section of what we just did. Okay, this is the sections. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do, we are going to carry out the analysis and design of our Raft on beam. So you will go to the analysis tab and then FE Raft foundations analysis. You click on it. Okay, so you check this. You also check this. You will not check this one. Okay, you apply this. Okay, all right. So the next thing you need to, you will click on the Raft foundation mesh and analysis. All right, so you have something of this kind. Okay, so this is what you are going to have. Okay, so you will generate model, but by then you have to change the plate element to 500. Okay, you reduce the plate element and then you click on this generate models. Alright, so model has been generated successfully. So the next thing you do, you just click on this close icon, so it can transfer you to performing finite slab analysis. Okay, so after which you will have something of this kind, and then our allowable stress of the soil is 165 kilonewton per meter square. And so we want to carry out the analysis post processing. You click on it. Alright, so you are going to have something of this kind. Okay, just like this. Okay, so if you want to check the behavior of this foundation, you just have to click on these animations. Okay, all right, this is the behavior of these foundations due to the loadings. Okay, all right, you just have to stop this. Okay, so after which we will have to just enable our standard contour. Okay, I can decide to select this one, or I can choose this one. All right, so after which we will start the design. Okay, we just click on the MS. Okay, and why? All right, you notice these are moments. Okay, in various points. Okay, represented by this key. Okay, so come to the bending moment. Okay, in the local axis. Alright, so you now have to check your area of steel. Okay, if you notice, you can see the area of steel at the bottom direction. So 2 is giving us 3481, okay, which is quite high. Okay, so at the end of it, we will see the steel diameter that is going to generate based on this area. Okay, alright, you can also check for your soil pressure. Okay, so you click on the soil pressure. Alright, to check the soil pressure, just move your cursor uh, along the foundation. You can see, if you check here this place, you can see okay. Alright, if it is not okay, it will tell you that it is not okay. Now you can see that they said 89.468 is less than 231. Now how did they get this 231? You can notice we have factors of safety, which is 1.4, and so that factors of safety is being used to multiply the allowable stress of the soil, which is 165 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, so that is how they got this 231. Okay, and so if any area is failing based on the soil, okay, you see the area must be greater than this 231, and once it is greater than this 200, it means that particular area is failing. Okay, and so what you need to do in that case, you have to increase the thickness of the slab in that area. Okay, so that is it. So we have done the design successfully, so we want to leave this particular interface. But if you want to create a reinforcement or on your own, you can't use this user defined contour. You can check in my video where I did that, but I want the program to generate reinforcement for this raft beam foundations for us. Okay, so I can also export this contour. Okay, I click on export contour. Okay, I'm exporting this to the main programs. Okay, so I will have to click on closed to close this. Alright, it's asking me to transfer slab strips. Okay, I'll click on okay. Alright, if you check here, this point here is actually generating the result. Okay, so the result has been generated successfully. Okay, so what you need to do is you click on this transfer foundation beam result. Okay, so you click on it. So if you check here, you see foundation beam finite element result are transferred. Okay, you see it here. Alright, so after which you just click on this closed icon. Alright, so once you click on this close icon, the next thing you need to do is you have to just right click. Alright, and then you come to arrangement steel bars. Okay, click on slab steel bars. Okay, alright, you can see it has automatically generated our slab steel bar. You can see here they said Y12 outward 125. Okay, bottom. Alright, so this is how it's been done. Okay, so this place is also Y12. Okay, 125. Okay, top 2. Okay, so that you have top 1 and top 2, bottom 1 and bottom 2, because it is era foundations. Okay, so this is how the reinforcement is being generated. Okay, mind you, the purpose of this is to guide this structure against overturning. Okay, so that is the main purpose of this. So if I want to bring out the contour which I save during that process, I will come to this point. Sorry, not this point. I come to this point. Alright, if I come to this point, I will look at FE contour. You can see FE contour here. So you can see the contour here. It is under soil pressure. I save it. Okay, so I will just click on OK. You can see the contour has been transferred to the main foundations building area. Okay, so this is how it's being done. Okay, so you can't as well build the project in 3D. Alright, so once you build the project in 3D, this is what you are going to have. Okay, you have something like this. So with this, you are very sure that you are being protected against overturning. Alright, because all of this happening at the foundation level at the depth 2 meters. Okay, and if you can see from the section, okay, the sections of the building, you can see a kind of a cantilever slab, just like in form of retaining wall, okay, being built into the earth by this way, while this is the original structures area. So this is how you can't protect your structure from 5-story, 4-story, 6-story, 7-story, protect them against overturning. Okay, so thanks for taking your time to learn this lesson. If you have not subscribed, subscribe and stay tuned for more advanced lessons of this kind on this channel, Surfacing. Alright, so if you want to print your your drawing, alright, you can come to this ROC design and then use Prota Detail, okay, which is in one of my videos. I've done this so many times in my video, okay, which that will teach you very well how to print your reinforced concrete details using this Prota Details. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this lesson. Stay tuned for more advanced lesson, and bye for now.